Okay. We are back. Probably. We're going over here. We are going to see if that shows up where it belongs. It sure do. It sure do show up. Okay, everything's fine and is theoretically working. Perfect. So we close you. We don't need you anymore. Now we go over here. We go. Where are we going? We're eligible for 26. And let's take a look at that axe that we just picked up. It's a one-handed axe.
Who needs it? Who needs it?
Okay. We don't need to talk about the axe. It's fine. It's fine. Now, what are we doing now? Do we try to open? Oh God, we have two different places that we absolutely need to cheese in order to succeed at. Do we go for the wine cellar, or do we go for Markham's Manor? I think we go for Markham's Manor because I want to get an idea. That will be really fast if I happen to be correct on what I need to do. And if I don't happen to be correct... Oh no, I did use Invis, didn't I? I hate to tell you, but I mean that's just the nature of the run, you know. It's always be cheesing. You were making the cheese pun. I figured you were making the cheese pun because it's always cheese in this house. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. All right, we're saving the game. We have more than enough food, so we need to go to inventory 1, get the quill done, go to you, go to you. Okay, what are we doing? Now, we have 2 initiates of the sword here that are just puttering. I think I remember what it is. I think I remember the dynamic of this place now. Okay, so what needs to happen, that's not going to happen, but which does need to happen, is I believe... Actually, did we just jump up on top of that right now? Maybe we did jump up on top of there. So I think that the basic gist of what we did here was, I think we were invis. Oops, that's not it. I think we were invis. Which direction are we facing? We're facing the right direction. Right. Let's try doing this. Okay. And I believe that standing on there helped us somehow. We're going to figure out how. More news at 11. So, these guys can hit me. So I don't know why it helped me, but I'm almost positive that it was useful to me. But I feel like the way that I did it involved locking everybody who's in this room already in the back there. I believe, if we look here, right, that these enemies were locking in between, behind the thing there. So, but I don't, how would I have done that? Because as soon as I do this, it aggroes them, right? Even if I was invisible, they'd still be aggroing. So what's the point of doing that? How did I get them in there? Did I just wait? And if I wait for enough time, do they naturally gravitate toward being in that exact spot? Is that how I did it? Did I aggro them? Oh, wait. We're cooking? Okay, we are, in fact, cooking here. You'll see that these are locked in. If we wait and just give it a few seconds, then they have a chance to just wander into that spot. Once they've wandered in there, they can't get out again. So just waiting a little bit, those enemies resolve themselves. I don't need to worry about them at all. If I don't need to worry about them, all I need to worry about is the enemies from out here coming and killing me, right? So this definitely didn't work. I think this will probably be manageable. We just need to figure this out. So if we could get, we can't lock you in anywhere, I don't think. Okay, but if we stand right here, those can definitely both hit me. The guard is almost dead already. Those might have been getting stuck in a position where they can't attack me. I do think that this spot where the switch is the thing, but I need to figure out how. I need to figure out the actual utility that it has and how to exploit it. Okay. So the one that's... These ones I don't think can hit me from here. This one can. It's released, it can hit me, it's going to kill me. We've got this. We know exactly how to do this. It's going to take some RNG, but we got this. So we're basically... Please get out of my way, thank you. And you are too close and are hitting me, so that's fine. You know these things happen. Could you please? Thank you.
I require assistance.
Okay, we're dying. We killed the dragon. I cheesed the dragon rather than kill it the proper way. Basically, I just used a corner to drag it into, and because it's a ranged attacker, you can just kill it in the corner. My hand started to get tired, and I need to get more practice in if I'm going to be able to do something that's as hard as that. The default dragon strat is not very hard. The modified strategy that actually works on this is a lot harder to implement. Yeah, the stream fell off for about 10 seconds during the final attempt, I think. It didn't drop anything. It did, however, have a axe on the floor of the dungeon, which was garbage. So... I saw the axe and I'm like, this has to be the attempt. We'll make it happen this time. And it was garbage. But, yeah, it gave me like 300 bucks, 300 gold. Okay. The other thing that I could hypothetically do, if I wanted, is I could try doing this. And basically just using that, but I don't think so. That room is going to cause problems for me. I would need to be able to lure them out into a different room to make that work. I think we just make this work. It's going to take some RNG to make this happen, but as long as we don't knock you out of the position that you're in, we should be fine. You know that thing that I literally just said? Actually, no, I don't even know that we moved someone out of position. I think that these just ran in from the other row. Can I close this again? No, right? We have established that in this game, doors do not close. Wait, who the fuck was I in? You. Okay, that one's dead. None of these are hitting me right now. Okay, you are going to cause a problem for me. Damn it! Yeah, are they all going to kill me now? They are all going to kill me now. Okay. I'm going to check what happens if I go here. I think if I go here, everybody's just going to come at me, right? They are behaving a little strangely, actually. You know what? Wait a second. Wait, we're cooking with this. There, if we move them there, could you not? Wait, the bed? The bed plays. The bed plays though. All right, if I'm standing here, correct. We have so many plays here. So this is not going to be like a thing where we know exactly what we're doing before we do it. This is a thing where we are going to have to respond on the fly to where they are and jump to the position where they can't hit me, no matter where they are, right? So like every time they come to a place, we move to a different place. And if too many of them come in all at the same time, then we just kind of get boned anyway, but that's fine. So we go to here. From here, we jump to here. I think you can hit me from there, but the other ones can't hit me. So we're doing this, we're popping over here, we get in this corner, you are going to start fucking with me. And this one is too far forward. This one here, in this position, can hit. Or yes, it can. I think it's that one that's hitting me. I don't know. The one on the left is hitting me at the very least. I don't know why that happened actually.
Someone heal me.
We can make this happen. But yeah, the last time I think we did have Invis to play with, which obviously helps a lot for this kind of a setup. I'm not sure. I think that we are better off doing the initial setup here. We heal, we heal, we heal, we heal. Our goal right now is to not upset the status quo until we are ready to bolt. It would be nice to get into that corner there. If we could get the enemies that aren't the swordsmen to lock into that corner, that would be very convenient for me. Doesn't seem likely. But yeah, one setup that can be done is getting these here. The issue is that because it's like a long duration fight, we can't get them all doing that at the same time. So these pretty consistently rotate to there. If I stand on this side, they pretty consistently go to that side, but they're not going to lock in that way. Okay, we're still in the information gathering phase. We might end up getting an accidental success here, but we're not really intending to get a finishing blow here. It's possible for me to clear, like, an initiate here. It's not super likely, I don't think. Is that you? Who's hitting me? Somebody just hit me.
I don't know it.
But yeah, we did manage to lock in here. So if this character wasn't dead at this exact moment, we might be fine. Standing on top of the bed frame might do something for me in this spot, but I don't imagine it's going to have too big of an impact. I'm going to basically just do a little bit of information gathering here. We have enough to save once we get ourselves in a safe position. So if I can clear these, I think I'm in a safe position to save. Not obviously on this attempt, but it does look like these are not going to move to a new position if I lock them in there. So all we have to do is get... Let's see. We could actually get on top of the bookcase as well, potentially. I don't think we can stand on the door bed frame, actually. I'm gonna check again. I can kind of stand on it, but it is it's finicky. If I'm standing on top of it, it's like glitching out. It's trying to like. I think if I'm standing on it, it like is like, oh no, you're in the wall. We need to push you out of there. Let's get you right on out of that wall. Okay. So where the fuck did the other one go? Okay, they're both there. I just didn't notice.
Someone heal me.
And we might clear this, but probably won't. Yeah, okay. We might have survived that without disease.
I require assistance.
Okay, that one's locked in. Unfortunately, we're not going to get the opportunity to jump over here, so we're dead. The wrong ones got confused at the wrong time.
I require assistance.
Okay, we're just going to stand here. This is probably going to end badly. And it already did end badly, but that's fine. Okay. Okay, got the first one down. We need all of them to get over to us is the issue. We need them all to get to us at about the same time, probably. And if I do this, you're just going to be in a bad position. We did get... Okay, you didn't get locked in. Neither of them... They can't get locked in. Initiates of the Sword cannot get locked in that corner. It happens to the Adventurer line. It doesn't happen to the Swords. Oh! That was a pretty close one. We actually got everybody in the position that we wanted them in, but we didn't get the transition that we wanted. The other strategy would involve getting behind the table. I don't imagine that working as well. If they basically just get stuck over there, I don't know that there's really a lot that I'm going to do to make that go the way that I need it to go. We did, however, find that maybe what I need to do is go here instead and basically do the setup here. The issue with doing this is that they're much less likely to do what I want with that pack of 3. So, you know what I think we do? We're going to wait for 30 seconds. You know what? We're going to wait until it's 12:42. We're going to wait until it's 12:43. At 12:43, we save the game. We have enough to get one extra save in here. And if we save the game while all 3 of those are already locked in that corner, that actually simplifies things a lot. That changes the dynamic of what we need to do and how we need to do it by a considerable margin. That'll mean that there's nothing in the room that we need to deal with. We only need to deal with the enemies coming from this side. So just a little bit of patience should go a long way toward making this a much easier pull. It's possible that they wander away from that corner instead of into that corner. If they do, then it sucks to be me. But I potentially can do a lot with... no, I can't get them stuck in a corner by yelling. I can get them into a corner, but I can't get them stuck. The initiates don't have, I don't think, any terrain in here that they're going to get locked in on. Certainly not in that room. Alright, so if I come to here, I now have 2 initiates of the sword, and none of those other people because they are all locked in. If I reload this file, they're still locked. So I can go over here and do this. And this just works. So the question now is, will anybody else come into the room? Yes. Yes, you will come into the room and kill me. Maybe. You hit me here. Right, okay. Yes, I do have confirmation on that. If they come in, I do have things that I can do for this. Okay? We're going here. We're activating you. We go here. I need you to stay there so that I can actually hit you, because I need you to die before the next guard comes in. Because when the next guard comes in, I need to be able to reset this trap that I've made for you. Okay, so that's cleared. It's tempting to save. I'm not going to, though. I don't think I need to save right now. So what we're going to look for here, because that's not that hard a setup. I think that's going to be something I can get done consistently. Okay, you are just going to come in the room. So what we're looking for is not to try to do a corner play there. What we're looking for is to bring them here. Okay, and now we have 3, but we don't have everybody. This is not everybody that is going to leak in here, potentially. And you aren't even going to be where I need you to be. I hate that for you, actually. Why would you do that to me? Why would you make my life hard? How dare you? Okay. Please. Ooh, wait. Come on, man. The one initiative of the sword does it to me. Weird. Okay, but yeah, you won't lock in, so that's good to know.
Can someone heal me?
Okay. So, basic goal is to clear these 2. Once these 2 are cleared,
I've never seen one.
we heal,
Got it.
and then we go back into that same corner, and we reset. And the hope is that we don't get one-shot by the champion while we're crossing by it, because it, like, casts a spell or something. That's the basic gist, is that we need to do that, and if we do that successfully, we will win. And once we've gotten that done, like once we've gotten the champions locked in that corner, I think that we're all gold. So this really does just come down to like making this initial bit here work. I guess I could just stand here, actually, because they can get locked in a position where they can't hurt me. So I should probably take it. Okay. I unfortunately saved in a position where one of them is, like, right on my ass. Okay, you're going to be a pain in the ass, and I think you're also going to be a pain in the ass. So, rather than going down into that corner again, I think what we actually do is, I think it's just this one, right? I'm gonna kill this just to confirm that this is the only one hitting me. I'm not gonna kill it. And I think it's something else hitting me too. We're basically looking to get, we just need to kill like a few of these assholes, you know? It's not like I'm asking you to perform a frickin' miracle. I'm not asking you to move heaven and earth. You just asked me to perform a frickin' miracle. Dimension 20 is so great.
I require assistance.
Oh no. Not like this. Why are you consistently being an asshole is my question. The initiates, like, know how to be good and pleasant collaborators in this, and the champions just are being a pain in the ass for no reason. Okay. If I open this, I have the ability to go back here. There's no shot that this is, like, gonna work, right? It could, hypothetically. So, if I were to do that, and then somehow negotiate the pathway back, I could maybe use that table to block enemies. Right, like, hypothetically speaking, if I was over here, I could hypothetically block... Actually, you know... What if I fix it? No, because the champions could just wander in that general direction and kill me. I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, we need to make this happen. Come on. Come on. Oh, God. Okay, well, this definitely isn't going to work out if I'm in that situation right off the bat. Okay. Okay, these two are locked in for now. We have a guard here. We have another guard. And they burned through my immunity. Hate that for me. Okay. Please stop making my life harder. Okay, can I do something else weird? Can I do this? No shot, right? I'm like, it's gonna like bite me in the ass eventually. I can't keep getting away with this, right? That is just you, right?
Can someone heal me?
Yeah, I think it's just you. So I could also jump. I could do this.
I require assistance.
Just immediately jump onto here, and then, you know, try my best from here. I'm not sure how well that's going to work, but we've tried a bunch of other stuff, and we haven't made too many attempts like this, so let's check this. What if I stand behind the chair? If I stood behind the chair, will the chair, you know, save me?
I require assistance.
Okay, standing behind the chair is not going to save me. I'm beginning to agree with the assessment that my caster run version of this was a scuffed monstrosity of an attempt. Because that seems very likely to be the case, based on what I'm seeing here. Okay. Do I have something else I can do? You're gonna just kill me. Okay. I think that probably what we're gonna want to do... We have multiple levels available to us. One of which is it's going to be very impactful. I think 26 does give me the thing. I think we're going to need to train before we're... I mean, not that we're going to need to, but like training I think is going to substantially make this easier. The like probability space of survival is a lot higher if I can get just like a little bit more survivability. Did I do something weird with the... I think that it was all invis. It was all tied to invis. Like, I don't think...
Can someone heal me?
Like, if I stand in this corner, you can hit me, right? Yes. If I stand in the other corner, can you hit me? I think so. I don't remember there actually being some... like crazy scheme that I could pull with this. I don't think this room was like a pure life hack. If I got them all out of this room, we could hypothetically get something interesting going on with it. Like, if I could get all of them out at the same time, which I'm not even in the process of getting them out, but if I could get all of them out of that room, I could potentially use the corners of that room to play with. But it doesn't seem super likely. The other thing I could try to do is I could try standing in this very wait, was I actually able to shoot you through the door or something?
Good tidings. Good tidings.
I think I might have actually been able to attack them through the door. Think about it. Did I have a strategy that relied on... Oh, I'm at the wrong door anyway. Did I have a strategy maybe that relied on not opening the door? Okay, that doesn't work. I want to clear this one out. I guess both of these. I'm not going to be able to clear both of them. I think it's just these two right now. So I might be able to get it down to just these two. If I can get it down to just these two, I just need a little bit more durability to be able to potentially get things done. But yeah, the big issue here is with the spots that I can get into, I can get partial but not full security. And there's just like so many enemies involved that they just end up killing me. Like, this is a very promising setup, but I don't know if we're going to be able to actually get an attempt where that setup gets us where we're trying to get to. You know, because it's like, oftentimes they'll just stop here. But sometimes they don't, right? It's like there's an inconsistency to it that makes it so that it's harder to identify like a singular good strategy. Because like if I could get all of you to do that, and I jump into that corner without dying, then I think I've got the bulk of what I need done right then, right? But like I can't just jump into the corner with these. We do have Stone Skin active right now, right? Yes. We have Stone Skin already. So... Okay, we have you almost dead, and not quite dead. So because you weren't quite dead, you got that... You snaked in that hit and got me fully dead. Yeah, I can't just close you, right? Let's confirm that. Yeah, we can't close these doors. So those doors can't be closed. Not viable there. And we have 2 minutes left to dick around and try to make something happen.
Looks like it's up to me.
Okay. And I just don't... We had a very scuffed nonsense attempt in the past that we managed to make work. But I don't know what we're gonna do about it this time. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna try to clear this champion. Instead, it's gonna clear me.
Looks like it's up to me.
Just one round of combat, just get everybody killed at once. But yeah, if I could get a little bit more effective HP, I might be able to survive some of these hits. I should check how much damage they're dealing. Okay, all three of these are locked in. We do have enough food that we can save if we get the initial clear here. And maybe we should just do that. Maybe we get these three cleared. And then we just save the game. We try that. That's what we're doing. So we're going to save the game under... We'll just save it under... Danger. Because Danger is the one where we haven't spent any extra time. We pop over here. We miss our jump, but that's okay, because we have the save. The goal right now is to wait for that. It casts its buff instead of attacking, and now it just stands there, and we kill it. It's so funny that it's exactly 1 o'clock. Okay, now, we go back down here, we make the attempt to clear you without getting into range of your attacks, and we succeed. We're at 30% clearance. We've now cleared the bulk of the most dangerous enemies that are in that room. I think we can get to 65% without clearing... Fuck, not too far forward. Fuck. Okay, we almost had that. But I think we can get to 65% without... Okay, we have a champion on our left. I don't want to... Okay, there we go. Okay. This one walked into a position that I like it in. Who hit me? You did! Oh, well, I'm dead, probably. Okay. Unfortunately, that initiate did walk into a bad position, but that's fine. So, from here, we jump to here. I want to just barely get into range, and hopefully not trigger the other thing to approach. It did. Okay. We're now in the corner. You kill me. I might survive. If it misses a couple of attacks, we can survive an attack against an initiate, because the initiate does have very little HP. So I can kill that in like 2 or 3 rounds of combat. The initiate's dead. The champion's dead. So I believe that's all of the most dangerous enemies from this pack. No, it's not. There is still an initiate. Is that 1 or 2 initiates? Okay. Unfortunately, it cast the buff before it came in. This is 43%. I think we get this. They can't attack from certain angles because the geometry of the level is basically blocking them. So from that position, they think they have line of sight from that corner, but they don't, is basically the gist. Is from this position, that enemy thinks that it has line of sight on me, so it initiates the attack animation, but then when it goes to calculate whether it actually has range, it doesn't have range on me, so or not range, sorry, my body part that it's calculating off of is blocked by the table itself. So that's basically what's happening there. It's an interaction that mostly happens when you are above an enemy. It's not a super common... Whoops. Well, I just activated turn-based mode, so... We're going to take a few extra hits there because I have to just deactivate it. I should deactivate that. I can probably turn that off in keybinds, can't I? Okay. So, we have the initiate here. If this attacks me, I'm basically just dead, so it's just a matter of whether it hits. Whew. But yeah, we need to kill 2 initiates of the sword, 1 champion, and I think we're golden. I think at that point, everything else should be very reasonable to fight. Okay, we cleared that one. We go back into this corner. And there's our initiative that we're looking for. We go over here. Okay. As long as it doesn't come out of that corner, we're fine with this one. I am going to go for, like, a few more attempts because I don't trust that I'm going to remember how to do this tomorrow. Okay. This is a normal swordsman. We're at 43%. We have a guard. Let's see.
Yes.
Let's see. Well, the behavior of the opponents and the specific means by which they interact with you are kind of impossible not to interact with. Right? Like, when you know how the opponent's behavior exists, and when you know how the enemies behave, you are always exploiting their behavior. So it's a matter of whether you make an explicit effort to set an arbitrary set of standards for what counts as acceptable types of behavior from the opponents and what kinds of behavior don't count as acceptable types of behavior, or whether you just go, I'm just going to worry about having a good time. The restrictions shape the run in a way that leads to interesting challenges with the technical details about the way that the game works. That's the general gist of the nature of the runs. Let's see.
I require assistance.
Oh, that's rough. That was all we needed to clear, too. That's rough. Oh, that's rough. That was all we needed. Oh, boy. Okay, man. Rough times. Rough times over here. Yeah? You cast both of your buffs and make my life hard? Okay. I missed my jump onto the bed. I actually had a perfectly open opportunity to get onto that bed, and I just completely botched it. I'm gonna go, I think, until 120. I think we're gonna go a little bit late today, just because I don't really want to have to come back to this tomorrow. I'd rather have this portion done so that we can figure out what we're trying to accomplish. Okay, you're easy, that's fine. You might be in a dangerous position here, actually. You might be able to kill me from there. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. But yeah, like, an interesting example of what I mean by, like, it's not really possible to make, like, the behaviors unexploitable is that, like, if you're making a strategy game, what you're doing is you're taking advantage of errors of your opponent, whether they're forced or unforced, right? During the Baldur's Gate runs, one of the things that was interesting about, like, the way that Icewind Dale changed the way that the AI behaves is that they would do weird stuff, right? So, like, if you made a character invisible in Icewind Dale, the enemies would know that the person is there and just, like, follow them, right? So if you made... There was a lot of stuff that was coded to follow your protagonist no matter what, right? So, like, an ambush spawn would spawn and then approach your protagonist. If you make your protagonist invisible and immune to fire, you can then just be invisible, immune to fire, and all of the enemies collate on top of your protagonist who's invisible, and you just blow them up from out of line of sight with AoEs. And that was kind of the only way to approach, like, that was kind of the only way to approach some of the fights in Enhanced Edition if you were playing on Legacy of Ball mode, right? And generally speaking, I don't like design that's made in such a way that it's like, okay, well, you have to figure out the most bizarre ways to interact with this to get it to work. But I'm perfectly comfortable doing that myself, right? Like, I'm perfectly comfortable making that as a self-contained challenge, where it's like I'm setting that up myself. And it's just kind of it's kind of a matter of, like, what are you looking for in the moment. I do really enjoy doing runs that are very, very dependent on the build itself more so than, like, the shenanigans, right? The shenanigans aren't as interesting to me as the builds. But a lot of games in the early game, before you get the ability to really make a build, are just really just brutal if you set a series of restrictions that are appropriate for the mid or late game. So, like, rather than rather than having, like, a different set of rules for the beginning, the middle, and the end game, a portion of what I'm doing is making it so that I'm basically creating multiple different experiences at different portions of the game that test different styles of game knowledge. So at the beginning of the game, a lot of it is, how can I figure out a way to get the enemies to do what I want, to have them play ball. And then in the later game, a lot of it is no longer how do I get the enemies to play ball, it's more how do I get my characters so strong? How do I lean into the build that I've created to make it so that there's nothing that they can do. There's nothing that the opponents can do. And I really enjoy that. That was something that I really enjoyed about doing, like, low-level games in Final Fantasy VIII, where you would start out, you would play through the game and not get any level-ups, and which would entail fighting a bunch of things that are very difficult, figuring out a bunch of mechanics to make yourself strong regardless of the fact that you're minimum level, etc. And then once you've done that, transitioning to, okay, I now have the bonus skills that I need to, and, like, the 4 times ability things and stuff like that. I have all the tools necessary to level to max level with the maximum potential, right? Like, my characters will benefit the most from leveling right now. And then you level up to max level, and then you have like a different style of difficulty, because in the early game it's about, okay, I'm level 8, but so are basically all of my enemies. It's just that a level 8 Omega weapon is actually pretty dang terrifying, right? Like that, the like ultra bosses aren't weak just because they're low level, right? So, but they get proportionally stronger as you level up than you do generally. But with the different bonus skills, you can basically level up to the point where you are as powerful as you can be, and the enemies are also as powerful as they can be, and you can pit those two things against each other. Whereas if you level up earlier, the enemies are as strong as they can be, and you are as weak as you can be. And it's just a different dynamic, and it's fun to play with. But that is, I think that probably FF8 is where I first started to do stuff in that vein. I'm actually wondering how I want to handle these. I feel like these I handled fairly easily the previous time, using some mechanic that I'm now not figuring out. You're gonna just kill me, unless I just kill you. Right? Like, I could get lucky here and kill you without you killing me. And that's what happened. So, we just, if you just get sufficient luck, you can handle most problems in life. Alright, we kill this, and is this the last one? I thought that there were like 5 in there, not 3. I think this might be the last enemy. So this means that we'll only have the wine cellar left after we finish this enemy. So tomorrow we can clear the wine cellar and we'll be done. I mean, except for the fact that obviously we'll be doing Silk Song tomorrow, right? Like, clearly tomorrow is a Silk Song day. Clearly, that's what's happening. Okay, so we're going to save the game. We've cleared 100% of this dungeon. We save under danger. We pick this up and hopefully don't explode. We did not explode. We're fine. We actually took a couple hits and survived, which the caster run could never. We now don't have anything else in here. We will loot all of you. Loot you. Loot you. Loot you. See. And I think what we'll do is we will loot all of the things in here. But we will not identify them until tomorrow. I think that's how I'm going to handle this, because I think that that's more fun. we will delay figuring out what's in here, because it's late. We're substantially over time. I try to make a habit of ending exactly at the end of stream time, or like a couple minutes earlier. Like I would generally prefer to end a couple minutes early than a couple minutes late. So, just so that people reliably know when I'll be here. So, that is going to be it for today. So thank you everyone for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure streaming for you today. And I hope to see you again next time when I'll be going for the thingamabobber. The wine cellar. The wine cellar. That's what it's called. So we'll be doing the wine cellar next time. Later, Brooks.